It's your girl, Christina Danielle.
And I'm Jay Anthony.
And it's your girl, Raquel Morning. Welcome to Mood 24/7. Today we are having a culture check-in. So we're going to get straight into it. Basically, our culture check-in is where we check in with our own community to tell you what is going on. So, therefore, we're going to start with the pregnancies and who all is pregnant. Right now, we got Nikki pregnant, y'all. I know y'all saw that.
And she said all y'all hoes was her son.
That baby gonna come out green hair.
Gonna come out what?
Don't do
green
that.
Hair.
Red hair.
Green hair.
Green.
All those wigs.
Oh, green hair.
Oh my god.
Pink wig, thick, give him whiplash.
The baby's gonna be cute. The husband, well, I don't know if they're married, but the baby daddy, he's not ugly.
I think they low-key married. I think they low-key got married.
You know which baby I am excited about? Sierra and Russell. I love them.
Yes,
What number is this? This 3?
About 10, ain't it?
Honestly.
I think you on Stin, but I don't know how she feels.
Let's see, they have Future.
But that's Future baby though. I'm talking about Russell child.
Well, then they only have that daughter and then one on the way.
But Russell claimed that baby like it's his though.
Most definitely, as he should. He is the stepfather. When you are a stepfather, and I'm gonna say this, and I mean this, when you are a stepfather, that means you're stepping in to be another father figure. I'm so tired of hearing people saying like, "Oh, that's not my child." No, if you're with that woman, you're accepting everything that comes with her, and her child is one of them. That is not a take or leave. That's not what that is. You take her and that child, or you don't take them at all.
You better preach.
Okay, that's just that on that.
My point.
Yeah, who's the last one that's pregnant? Miss
Tiana
Taylor.
Tiana.
I'm so ready for Baby Junie to have a sister. I love Baby Junie. That's my girl. They're one
of my favorite Black love couples. I have to say this. They're one of my favorite Black love couples.
Amen. Can get me back.
Oh. God.
I mean, let's move on. I'm not gonna comment on Mr. Shumpert. That he's a taken married man, and the Bible says not to lust after another woman's husband. So let's.
But we're not gonna sit here and act like we haven't heard 3-way.
Okay, so let's move on. Next, let's talk about Nick Cannon, you guys. With everything that's going on with him and his show just getting canceled, what do you guys think about that? What is your opinion?
I'm so disappointed. First of all, let me just say nobody's about to watch Wildin' Out without Nick Cannon. That's just what it is. Nobody's about to watch Wildin' Out without Nick Cannon. They're just not. Second of all, this is why ownership is so important in our community, because here he was having everybody thinks that he runs the show, he calls the shots, he's paying everybody. Lo and behold, Viacom is really the owner. And
Viacom is evil.
And I also believe that Nick shouldn't apologize for what he said. I feel like if you're going to say something like that, you say it and you stand on it.
What you said.
You said what you said.
You're a firm believer of what you said.
You said what you said, stand on it. I feel like that's the problem with a lot of celebrities. Like, you have an opinion, but you go back and try to change it so that you can keep like all your little following. No, I said what I said and I meant it. I mean, let's be honest. If a white person would have said something like that, they would have got a little slap on the wrist.
Or anything, nothing would have been done, if you want to be honest.
Because it's been done before. What's that lady's name on the news? That white woman.
I was gonna call her Nancy Drew. What's her name?
Not Nancy.
Not Nancy.
What's her name?
She is not an investigator.
Nancy, the news lady. Her name is Nancy.
Did you say the goose lady?
I said the news lady. Let me see.
Because she has said so many disrespectful things about the African American community, and where's her job?
Is it Lauren? Her name's like Lauren something. I can't remember.
This
That's
girl from Texas.
yes.
That's who you talking about.
Lauren Hill. Oh Lord, not Lauren
No,
Hill.
it's not. Oh no, it's not her. It's not her. For those of you who don't know, Nick Cannon was speaking on his podcast, and he had made some comments saying that basically a lot of people of white American, the Caucasian descent, were oppressors, and he was basically calling them savages and stuff like that, and they weren't too happy about that. Honestly, I'm not going to say that he was 100% right for calling them savages, but I will say, like, he was stating facts about history. He wasn't talking about like people nowadays. From the information that I gathered, he wasn't talking about people nowadays. He was talking about the history and why these people were, savages, and why they were raping and killing and doing all these things to people of different communities, different racial communities, and why it's so bad now. And so that was like really the bigger point that he was trying to reach out to. And he even said that he was trying to say it careful so he wasn't offending anyone, but still stating facts at the same time. And
I think the biggest the point that made everybody mad was not that he said that white people were savages. I think what made everybody mad was the fact that he said black people are the superior race. I think that's when people got upset. But again, I feel like if you're going to say something like that, say what you say and stand on it. Like, you can't be an activist one day and stand high and mighty for what you say. Now, I'm not saying black people are better than anybody. We're all God's children. That's just what it is. But what I am saying is, if you're going to make a comment like that, say what you say and stand on it. Because I
am going to say that we are superior. Honey, we built this whole country. We carried this whole country on our back.
That's not a lie.
Everything came from us.
That's not
we are superior. But I mean, everything didn't come from us, but I say we were the main, to do it, because the Native Americans also played a part. But we not gonna get into that right now.
I absolutely agree with you, but I'm always, my mind always goes in between. Jesus created everybody equal, and so I mean, that's my mind kind of goes in between. I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying. Just like black people don't deserve to die for no reason, I don't think white people deserve to die for no reason. I think everybody deserves to be what it is, But as a melanated person, I mean,
my skin is superior.
All I'm gonna say is, if you're gonna make a comment like that, stand on it. Say what you say, and don't be mad about it. Because you're going back and apologizing, that's making it seem like you don't believe in what you said. And if you believe in what you said,
thirsty for that coin.
It honestly, in my personal opinion, I love Nick Cannon, but it kind of makes you seem like, never mind, I'm not gonna say that because I'm gonna work with him one day, so I'm gonna keep it.
Puppet.
I don't think he was necessarily like apologizing, as in not going against like what he was saying. I think he was more apologizing for the way it came out to them, if that makes sense.
Well, when I read the apology, it seemed like he was apologizing for what he said, not for what he said. Okay. And again, I just really believe that when you're standing in the spotlight like that, you have to take a stance and you have to stand on it. For example, I'm going to just use a small example. I'm a Christian. I follow Jesus. I'm not going to say something like Jesus died on the cross and then people get offended and I come back and be like, well, I'm sorry for saying that Jesus died on the cross. I mean, so like I feel like it's not exactly the same thing, obviously, but it's kind of like the same principle. Like if you believe something, if you're going to say what you say it and stand on it. Because as you see, Diddy was going to give him a platform to put Wild 'N Out on. He should have you said what you said. You know what I'm saying? You said what you said. People got offended. You can say bicycles have a seat and somebody can get offended. Like these days, everybody gets offended by every little thing. And that's literally just what it is. I can say the sky is blue. Somebody, well, the sky is orange at night. Like people get offended by any little thing. So I honestly feel like Nick should have just said what he said, and that's what it is. I said what I said. Sorry if you don't like it.
I definitely understand that. I understand that 100%. All right, our next topic is Tamar. Okay, so for those of you who also don't know, Tamar was recently rushed to the hospital due to unresponsive conditions, and they said it was a suicide attempt, and they say she's okay right now and she's responsive. So, what are you guys' thoughts about that and how she's doing?
I'm gonna just say you never really know what like people are going through. They might have like this strong demeanor about themselves. Like, she put. I'm not gonna say she put. Well, it is. I'm not gonna say it's an act, but she has this demeanor. That she's a strong
Woman.
like woman, and has to carry herself in a positive type of way. But on the inside, it's a lot of stuff that's eating her up. From the media, and not just alone. You got I hate to say it, but you got K Michelle dogging her out every other day on social media, calling her a muppet or somebody in her.
I'm so sorry. No, I'm gonna tell you why I laughed. No. Lord forgive me. I'm gonna tell you why I laughed because I remember the episode. Was it on Wendy Williams?
On the real.
Where she was.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And how they were looking. That's what thought about. That's what my mind thought about. No, but now that let me say something. Now that I say something. I think people forget. Like, I'm laughing, but it's truly not funny because suicide is never a funny thing. I know people personally in my close immediate family who have attempted suicide. I've attempted suicide before. So it's really not a funny situation. Suicide is really not a funny situation. I think that people forget that celebrities are people and they're not just, pawns. They're not just things to look at. They're not just these talented beings that can just do and handle anything. I think people literally forget that they are people too. And just like if I were to say something about you that hurts your feelings, you can say something about them that hurts their feelings. Now, of course, as a celebrity, you got to have your skin has to be just a little bit tougher because you are in the spotlight. But yeah, I mean, it is really, really terrible that she felt that she decided that she wanted to take her own life. Getting that low is never, it's never a good thing. You know what I'm saying? It's never a good thing. So my prayers, like all jokes aside, my prayers really do go out to her and her family because it's never like to get to that point where you feel like you don't want to be on this earth anymore, where you feel like you are literally willing to take your own life.
And that's how a lot of celebrities feel because once they get especially like the new celebrities and all that, once they get in the game, they want out because they realize that they're not fit for it for real. Yeah. Like Summer Walker, she say all the time that you don't really care.
People make fun of her.
Fame stuff. Yes, and she really doesn't feel it no more. And she got to a point where she didn't want to do music anymore.
That's the same way. I don't know if y'all know who Ari Lennox is. That's my girl. That's the same way she felt when she lost.
Yeah.
That's the same way she felt when she lost that award to Lizzo. I forgot which award it was, the female R&B artist or something like that. But she was over it. She was done with it. And like, I think, and as someone who wants to be big in the entertainment industry, I can definitely understand like why you have to protect yourself so much, like, because everything you do becomes like, everything you do becomes a thing. Everything you do, people automatically think, oh, I can make a joke out of this, or I can say this is funny. Like, I know I'm about to go into the next subject, but that just reminds me of like Megan, how people are making fun of the fact that Tory Lanez shot her. I feel like that's so disrespectful because Kanye went off the walls. He's off his meds right now. He went off the walls and everybody's praying, let's do this for Kanye, let's do that for Kanye. But this woman literally got shot, and you have men on Twitter talking about, oh, I see what we doing this summer. If you act up, I see we shooting people and we shooting women. And it's like, as a celebrity, like that's the kind of stuff you have to deal with. You get what I'm saying? And it's not, people don't look at it like this is a real person who really got shot, who really like is struggling right now. They're thinking of it, oh,
she's traumatized.
She's just Meg. She's just a stallion. Like, they're not thinking of it like that. They're thinking like, oh, this is just another subject for me to make a joke out of, for me to get some retweets so I can get some clout. So, like, even with the whole, like, the Muppet thing, and I'm gonna stop talking in a second, but even with the whole Muppet thing, like, yeah, we laugh and we joke, but you got to think there are literally thousands of people calling her that. Like, that would hurt my feelings.
It's not even only that.
I'm sensitive.
You might have trolls online, but you also got them people in the industry too. The industry folks probably even more dirty than the
like
folks
that girl.
online.
What's that girl name? Azalea Banks.
Oh yeah.
She is something else. I'm not even speaking about that girl. Something else.
She's clocked that. What I will say about Tamar is that I think she's a very strong person. They even said on the 911 call that her boyfriend did. He was just talking about how the record company that she's under, is basically controlling her every move. And she was just like, the only way she could find out is through death. And I hate that, like, that comes to a point that, you know, in someone's mind, that's what they think is the only way out. And I hate that. And in today's society, it's just that's reality for a lot of people.
That's why you gotta have lawyers look at y'all contracts, because they basically own you after you sign that paper.
But you also have to realize before all of this, it was her husband who was her manager. So he didn't teach her really anything.
And she was also on his label too, though.
Yeah. So I mean, you have to think about everything that she's been through, like with him, and how that divorce went, you know, crazy, and how that's been in the news, and then everything with The Real, you know, that was a whole nother situation. She's been through a lot. I hate that, like I said before, that the only way she saw out was to try to end things. That's what disappoints me. And they said that something happened with the company earlier that day, which is why she was drinking and taking her medication at the same time, and that's what caused her to, I guess, supposedly OD. I'm not really sure if she was just like, I'm not sure of all the facts, and I'm saying allegedly because it's not clear. They haven't come out with said stories and stuff like that. So yeah. But as far as it goes, that's what it says. And I just think that mental health is something that we need to take serious in the African American community, which we will further talk about later on. But that's just a huge point.
So on to something a little bit lighter. Did I say shorter? What do y'all think?
No. You gotta talk about Kanye. We gotta talk about Kanye.
Hold on. We'll talk about Kanye, but what y'all think about Mr. Lanez?
Who?
First of all, hold on. I did not know that man was that short. Did y'all see on the police report?
Yeah.
You saw the video where he stood up and he was the exact same height?
Yes. This is 5'3".
He's short. He's like, and what I will say is that short guys, they like themselves some taller
Napoleon
and thicker women. I will say that short guys, they don't mind climbing a tree.
Keely, how you know?
Don't do that. Don't see you're trying to do all that extra stuff. Don't do that, Jordan. We're not putting each other out there like that.
I mean, he wasn't 5'3". He was like 5'6", 5'7".
Who?
I'm not about to name drop.
I'm crying. Oh, but Tory Lanez, I'm gonna say he's not as big as Chris Brown, but I'm gonna say this.
Definitely.
I'm not saying he is. Let me finish my sentence. Dang. Okay. He's not as big as Chris Brown.
He's even disrespectful.
No, I'm not even saying they're in the same boat. But I will say this. This story is going to be a lot like Chris Brown when he abused Rihanna. So allegedly, this is what happened at that night. They went over to Kylie's house.
I'm sorry, but the Chris Brown and Rihanna thing was on every night. I see this on social media, but I don't see this throughout the news.
Well, you have to think about back then we didn't really have social media, so of course that was going to be more news. In 2008, that you saw it on Facebook.
You wasn't on MySpace or Bebo?
No, I did not have MySpace or Bebo. I was a Facebook type of girl. I'm so sorry.
In 2008?
And
So
it was like, yeah, it was
you was
08, right?
so you was chatting with the college folks because that's around the time it was for the college folks.
Oh, well, I mean, that's
You don't know what you're talking about.
okay.
Right.
What I'm gonna say is my group of people that I grew up with, we were already on Facebook and we were doing G chat. That's when you were on your email chatting with each other. That's yeah. So we were already on Facebook.
Okay, keep me finish what you were saying. I ain't mean to throw you off track.
No, you're fine. It's okay. Anyways, so allegedly this is what happened. They were at Kylie's house. They were at the little swimming party, and apparently, okay, apparently Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion were, they were a little hookup, so they went together. Apparently, that was allegedly. Now we don't know what really went down. So they went together, whatever the case may be, and either Tory Lanez was getting too close to Kylie, or Kylie was up on him, and Meg was like, "You came with me. Hold up, I'm not having this." And so they got into an altercation. Someone said she was dogging him like, "You short beep 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 person," and all this other stuff, and going back and forth with him, and was like, "You know what? I'm not going to do this anymore." Try to walk away, and he was like, "What you mean you're not going to do this anymore? You going to do this when I say do this?" And pulled out the gun and pow pow, and that was.
I'll tell you what I think happened.
I feel like Keely just made up her own movie.
No. This is allegedly from sources. I'm not kidding. I've heard this story, and I can't tell you.
You must be connected to TMZ because it's something we don't know.
No, I'm gonna tell you what I think happened. I think Tory was trying to get with that girl. That girl said no. He got mad and shot her. That's what I think happened. I wasn't there, so I can never say, but I think that's what happened. Men have a complex. When women say no, they feel like they have to assert themselves. I said what I said. When they don't get their way, they throw their little temper tantrums. I think he wanted Meg. Meg wasn't feeling it, so he shot the girl. That's truly what I think happened. Now I wasn't there, so I mean they wasn't there either. So how do they know? I'm not saying I'm right, because I mean I don't even know Miss. I don't even.
Well, Keely said her sources are correct. She had people in the helicopters over that van.
No, I'm just saying I heard from other sources that's what happened. I read up on it.
I'm just saying that's what I think happened. Like that's not facts what anybody said. I'm saying that's what I think.
Yeah, they said allegedly. That's why I said allegedly, supposedly, all that. They said that's what
he seemed like the type of man that he don't get his way. He just gives me that vibe. Ever since Say It, you're gonna have to do mud, and like he just seems like that type of, if I don't get my way, I'm gonna throw a temper tantrum, and then that's just what it seems like to me. But I don't know.
I guess he could kiss that quarantine radio deal goodbye. Remember he got a deal. I think it was with MTV or Complex.
It's always at the height of a man's career.
Well, it ain't. They shouldn't do stupid stuff. Men shouldn't be stupid. Men should.
Well, I'm not saying that it's not his fault. I'm just saying it's always at the height of a man's career.
Yeah, I'm sorry. All of my sympathy goes to Megan right now, because she's literally having to deal with everybody telling her, making jokes about it, making jokes about being shot. They're literally making jokes about this girl. So all of my sympathy. I don't have any sympathy for Tory Lanez right now.
Hottie's gonna ride forever.
Yeah, and they said she's gonna speak on Sunday, so she's coming out with a statement on Sunday.
Hold on. Jordan, what did you just say?
I said Hottie's gonna ride forever.
That's for Meg. Texas, Houston, gang, all in the same. Beyonce and the I'm a Savage. No.
Oh, Keely, what was that? Never mind. Just keep going.
Moving on.
So, okay, but anyways, they said Sunday she will be making her statement, and she'll be coming out with the truth of what really is going on. 50 Cent. What I will say, I don't want 50 Cent attacking me, but I will say this: I don't think you were right for that. Honestly, I mean, with someone going through, like, I'm gonna say this 100%.
Drea, that was so ignorant.
Never okay to like. I get that she was trying to like make light of the situation and say that she wants someone to love her strongly, but it was really bad timing. As far as it goes, you can't joke about domestic violence. There's so many people every single day who go through it, who survive it, who just are gonna who have so much to do with it, and for you to sit there and take a joke as if their life is on the line, that's wild to me.
That's just, I mean, this generation is literally desensitized. We're becoming desensitized to what's okay and what's not okay. We make jokes about cheating on our spouse. We make jokes about people getting shot. We make jokes about that kind of stuff. So I mean, I'm not saying she was right. I'm just saying like I mean, we're desensitized. Like we're becoming conditioned to think that everything is a joke. Like that everything is up for a little jokey joke, that everything can be made light of. And you know, I get that that's how some people cope with things. You know, that is that a spider? That's how I cope with things. That's how I cope with things. I make jokes, I laugh, but we're becoming we don't really realize these days like what's a joke and what's like, okay, sis is really going through it right now. Like she really needs some support. Then not to mention she's a Black woman. Why is anybody making light of a Black woman being shot? Just why? Especially in today's climate. Why? I said what I said. All of my sympathy goes to Miss Stallion.
And
well, next let's bring up let's bring up from Empire. What's his name? Brashear Gray.
Brashear Gray.
Okay, so this is what happened. Apparently, his wife ran out, got a breaking point. He ran out of the house. Yes, he's married. He's married.
Are you serious?
When did this happen?
I'm so serious. This is the story. His wife found a breaking. Okay, go ahead. His wife found a breaking point, ran out of the house, ran to the nearest gas station, and got help. So what happened was he had been beating her for hours on end, and just going at it. And finally found a time, and she finally found a time to like break free, to get loose and run and get help. And apparently that had been happening for some while, and she just couldn't take it anymore. And then he boarded himself. This is what people are saying. He boarded himself in his own house, and it took him 9 hours for the cops to get him out and arrest him.
The empire is just crumbling, ain't it? First it was Jussie, now it's
Mr. Jussie. Yeah, I ain't heard from Jussie in a minute.
Correct. He's scared to speak. Anything he say is used against him in the court of law.
Stop. Okay.
But the thing is, the empire crumbling, but Miss Taraji P. Henson is building her own. She got her own spinoff.
And
she's about to, she's about to have her own little spinoff. I guess it's before what happened before Empire. I don't know. All I can say is,
I ain't got nothing
this just
to say.
goes back to domestic violence. I don't know what's going on with quarantine that's causing.
It's always the short one.
Out.
It's the short one.
I don't know.
He's short too.
I don't want to say it's a little man syndrome, but
I ain't never seen Kevin Hart hit nobody. Now he was cheating. He was cheating now.
Yeah.
He was cheating, but he ain't never hit nobody.
But, you know, and it's not to say little man syndrome, because there's a lot of tall people that cheated too. So it's just big head syndrome. That's what I'm going to call it. When you get to a certain level and you think you can say and do whatever you want.
No, honey, that is
the problem.
Abusive men. That's what that is. That is.
That's what I'm saying. It's not little man syndrome. It's not short people. There's tall people who do the same thing.
You wasn't raised right syndrome.
There you go. There you go. Because, I just prayers to the wife.
I can't even say that. I'm sorry. I can't even say that, because I feel like even if you weren't raised right, after a certain age, you know better than to put your hands on somebody.
Yeah.
But it all starts at home, though.
It does, but you can't tell me that. Hold on, let me just say this: you cannot say that a 30-year-old man is beating on his wife because when he was 5 years old, he saw his, like, I get that, like, psychologically, like, okay, that's where it starts. But after a certain age, you know that you are putting your hands on someone. You know that you are beating a woman. You know that you are beating it. Like, you know, and women do it too. You know that you are beating someone. Like, and if you don't know, you need to be in an insane asylum, because there's some mental problems that, no, I'm being serious. If you don't know, or you need to be on meds or something, if you don't know, like when you're going crazy on somebody, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it ain't got nothing to do. Oh, I was that. To me, that's like when people say, when pedophiles and stuff say, oh, I rape kids because I was raped as a kid. That's the same way my mind goes. Like, just because somebody did it to you doesn't mean that you have to do it to somebody else. Like, because after a certain age, like, your mind knows and understands.
But that's
oh snap! Are y'all?
That's how y'all.
And we're gonna have to. That's a whole nother episode that we're really gonna have to talk about. Especially with the Epstein, Surviving Epstein is coming out, so we're definitely gonna have to talk about that.
When?
Oh, it's coming out August 9th, I'm pretty sure. It's gonna. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be on Lifetime. So it's coming out, and so that's something we're definitely gonna have to talk about, hands down, especially about like white versus black. Just I don't even know what to say as far as it goes for abuse, because it's just not right across the board. And for people who don't know, abuse isn't just physical, it's also verbal. So you have to be careful as far as it goes for that. Like, people just like, oh, I'm not hitting her, but the words that you say and the things that you do and you controlling, that's an issue too. That is an issue too. So
at this point, I need Kiwi to go ahead and throw out that abuse hotline number.
I don't know it. I wish I did. I'd be like, it's at the bottom of the screen. Make sure you call. There you go. But I don't know it. And yeah, but our prayers that go out to those who face domestic violence in their own homes and everything.
Trying to find a way out.
Yes, most definitely. Please, I beg of you, find a way out. Most definitely, especially if you have kids. All right, so next, here we go. Kanye. Y'all. So for those of you who don't have Twitter, Kanye has been going on a series of tweets, should I say? Series of tweets following his campaign rally. I'm not really sure where the rally was, but yes. He had a breakdown there, and if you don't know, he suffers from a bipolar disorder, and he is running for president as of right now. So apparently from there, he set out tweets, and people have been going off since then.
I honestly think that president thing is just a stunt. Ain't no way somebody letting that man run for president.
They let Donald Trump run.
I was just about to say that.
I was
just about to say that. So, I mean, y'all are real speechless about this Kanye subject. What is?
It's just a lot of mixed emotions about Kanye. Like, I just honestly think this man needs help. Everybody laughing at the situation and all this other stuff, but mental illness in the Black community, it can be a serious thing, and that man just needs some serious help. And really I kind of applaud Kim because she spoke out yesterday. She didn't, go all belligerent on the internet. She just basically said, he's not on his meds right now, pray for him. And, just somebody just needs to honestly help this man. And he hasn't been right since he lost his mother.
Christina, you're really silent over there. I am so curious to hear what you say.
I'm not silent. I just
thinking.
When it comes to Kanye West, I've always been a fan of Kanye West. Always. Even when he went through his whole supporting Trump, thing, his music has always been, his music has always been impactful to me. He has bipolar disorder. And for those of you who don't understand the highs and the lows that come with being bipolar, when you're not on your meds, these manic episodes that he's going through is literally something that he cannot help unless, he takes his meds. And I feel like the reason that people sort of, I guess, lost sympathy for him was because he voted for Trump or supported Trump or whatever like that. But the way I feel about it is, at the end of the day, he's still a Black man who needs help. He's still a Black man with a mental illness who needs help. You know, maybe Kim did try to get north of border. We don't know. We'll never know because that's not our business. You know, maybe he really does think that Harriet Tubman didn't really free the slaves. That, like, maybe he really does think those things. Maybe when he's in his manic states, those are really things that he's thinking. And I don't know. I just always find myself very defensive over Kanye West. I feel like because he has been through so much, and people tend to throw him away. Like, even when he came out with his album, you know, what's the name of the album? Jesus is King. When he came out with that album, and everybody was like, "Oh, he's faking. He's not really a Christian." Da 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 da. And my whole thing was, you know, y'all, he was rapping about Jesus before all of this happened. He was rapping about Jesus on his first, second, third. Jesus Walks. That's one of his earliest songs. So I just feel like I've always been very defensive of Kanye West because I feel like people don't really, they see what they want to see at the time when it comes to Kanye West. They see the negative things that he does. They see and believe what they want to believe. And people don't understand that his bipolar disorder is a lot of why he goes through these highs and lows, why you'll see him doing all right for months and months and months and months, and then for 2 or 3 weeks he'll just
agree, most definitely.
That's why you'll see those things, and people don't really understand that. So I don't have a negative word to speak about Kanye West. I don't have a negative word to speak about him. I truly and honestly want him to get the help that he needs. I want him to get back on his meds. I want him to, you know, level himself back out. The thing about bipolar disorder is that after, you know, once the person turns 18, nobody can make that person get on their meds. You know,
right.
Nobody can make that person go see the doctor. Nobody can make that person do anything. So, I mean, Kim's hands are tied. You know, everybody's hands are tied because they can't make Kanye do anything. Now, I will say, some ain't right about the Kardashians. I said what I said.
That's even more tea. But before we talk about them and the inclusion of all this, Jordan, you kind of made a face when she was saying the whole situation about Harriet Tubman. How do you feel about that?
Kanye was tripping on that one. I'm sorry. That one right there, that one took me for a loop. Well, then who freed the slaves then?
I mean, it was disrespectful. I'm not saying that it wasn't a disrespectful comment. I'm just saying that
I know he's not in the right mind, but I'm just saying he was tripping on that one.
That really could be like what he's thinking. It was wrong. And if Harriet was here today, she'd probably go slap him in the face. Absolutely. However, you know.
I mean, and then you have to think like, okay, his logic, I will say, she took him up north and a lot of white people already had company. So who else were they going to work for? That's what I'm thinking. As far as it goes, like, she wasn't taking them up there purposely to work for white people. Like, I brought you another one. Like, that's not what was happening at all. So as when he said that, I was like, what? And then you could hear the girl in the video go, "Oh, we're about to leave, right? Yeah, I got my purse. We about to go." So I was like, that makes sense. Like, as far as it goes, like, she wasn't doing Jordan. Stop laughing. I'm being serious. But she wasn't doing that. She was literally freeing the slaves. They didn't have anywhere else to work. They had to survive and live. So I don't know too much of what he thought they were going to be doing when they got up there. I mean, as far as that goes. He released some statements about the Kardashians, which I thought was interesting. He was saying that his daughter is never going to pose for Playboy. And I was like, oh, okay. So he was basically calling out Kris and Kim about them, you know.
Oh, that's
I feel like Kris is the ringleader of everything. I feel like she is the ringleader of everything.
10% of everything.
She's the one who told him to get that sex tape with Ray J.
Wait, what? She was the one that did what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
That she is the one who told Kim to make that sex tape with Ray J.
You said think or you know.
Oh, see,
I don't
see
have
the issue.
any permanent what's it called?
Evidence.
But I mean, let's be honest. Baby girl told her to make that sex tape with Ray J.
Probably so. Never know. But like I said, Chris is the ringleader of them all, and she know how to ring in that money.
And
So,
she,
I mean,
she gonna get it by any means.
There you go. I mean, allegedly, he said that like that's a huge reason of why he doesn't allow North to wear certain clothes or to wear makeup anymore.
I mean, but as a father,
that makes sense.
He should absolutely have jurisdiction over that because
most definitely
are disgusting, and they will sexualize little kids. So he absolutely has a right to say my daughter's not posing for Playboy. Absolutely.
Why is she wearing makeup anyway?
I agree with that. I mean, you have to think she sees her mother wearing makeup all the time, so she's gonna be like, I want to be like mommy. But
I saw my mama wearing makeup.
That's a good step in. Say what?
I saw my mama wearing makeup and clothes and stuff like that. There's still, I don't have children yet, but I still believe that there are certain things. There's all this new age parenting.
Let a kid be a kid.
Most definitely.
Let a child be a child, especially one who is in the spotlight like that. You have to be extra careful about what you do and say and let your child do like that, because it's kids out here who are, I don't know if y'all saw that Red Table Talk where Willow was talking about how she grew up and she was depressed and this and that because she had to be in the spotlight. And it's like, kids who grow up in the spotlight like that, you have to really protect their youth because they see so much like living in the industry like that. So I mean, I don't think, and this is not just because I'm defensive over Kanye. This is because, as I believe as a father, he has the right to say, my daughter's not wearing makeup. My daughter's not wearing skirts that are so-and-so short. My daughter's not posing for Playboy. My daughter's not doing this. My daughter's not doing that. And the Kardashians, I mean, Kylie was what?
That's normal to them.
Kylie was what, 12 when she had her lip injections? Was it 12?
She was not 12. She was 16. Well,
16?
But still 16. You should be in high school on a cheerleading team, not getting no lip injection.
Going to the lake with your friend. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I
agree with that 100%. I mean, I used to play in my mother's makeup, but it wasn't like I was wearing it outside the house. It wasn't like she was like, okay, let's go. You know what I mean? She'd be like, if you don't stop playing my makeup. So it was that type of situation as far as it goes. So I understand that 100%. You got to let a kid be a kid for as long as they can, because especially in the industry, they grow up a lot faster than most people do and are allowed to, honestly.
Kids in the industry, kids in the hood.
It's huge. So I get that.
For another day.
He had released some other tweets that people are saying allegedly. That's what I'm saying, y'all. No one has confirmed anything yet. But when he was
let's just go ahead and say that everything from this point on is alleged.
Okay? I'm gonna keep saying it because I don't want anyone saying no.
She got her people on the case. She got her people keep creeping out people's houses.
I do my homework, you guys. I do my homework. Okay, so basically he name dropped Drake and Meek Mill, and they were supposedly had slept with Kim Kardashian at one point and had an affair.
My baby didn't sleep with Kim Kardashian. I can tell you that.
No. I'm gonna say this. I think Drake had something with Kylie.
Let me.
It was either Kylie or Kendall. It was
my man, Aubrey Drake Graham, has not touched a Kardashian. You know why? Because he's in my bed sleeping with me every night. He's upstairs now. So
allegedly.
That's
not alleged. That's facts.
Aubrey.
He's upstairs.
He got his things and left.
Aubrey's not here.
Oh, that was stupid.
I think if it was anybody, I think it was Kendall though, for real. I think it was Kendall. I don't think it was Kylie. I think it was Kendall.
It's one of them. Because it was a period of time when they was around each other a little too much. So
he was coming over for dinners.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, and it could have been like a Tyga situation.
I was
they
over
just
there
kept
too.
it quieter.
Eating dinner.
So what?
I was over there too, eating dinner with the fam.
Oh yeah, you were sitting at the table. Yeah.
I was.
Well, call me Solange because I'm trying to get a seat at the table.
Call me Tyler Perry. I'm building my own table.
Not call me Solange. I'm trying to get a seat at the table.
So.
Oh, you just a big old honey bun, Jordan. I swear.
The one tweet that has me in shock a little bit and kind of surprised is he name dropped Larsa Pippen. Okay, so for
you said Pippen,
okay.
so Scottie Pippen wife?
Yeah, Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. So Larsa Pippen used to be a friend of the Kardashians. They have recently unfollowed her, all that great stuff. Apparently, she slept with Tristan, and that's why he name dropped her.
Probably did. Moving on.
Here's my thing. No.
Let's move on. I'm tired of talking about these Kardashians, dude. They got 12.
No.
All right,
Here's
talking about the Kardashians.
Here's my thing, and I'm gonna say this. I don't like. You're just gonna unfollow her and keep it pushing. That's not cool with me because y'all drug Jordan through the mud. Now, granted, I would have been like, hey Jordan, we had to cut whatever we had going on off. Like, you know what I mean? That's cool. I know Tristan sleeping around and stuff like that. That's fine. But don't sit here and have someone sleep with your man and you just unfollow him. That's disrespectful. If that's for real or if that's allegedly, I don't know. All I'm saying is treat people the same. That goes into black and white.
They need to cast Keely and Waiting to Exhale because she felt that a little too hard.
No, because that angers me. No, that for real angers me. Like if you saw like the comments people were leaving under her little sister's page. Y'all want to talk about kids in the industry? If y'all saw the comments people were leaving under her little sister's page. Now this girl is like 13 years old, middle school. They're leaving, oh, your sister needs to kill herself on her page. That's not okay.
We got a box.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the issue. And then Larsa gets to tiptoe away. That's huge. That to me is just, it's not cool. I'm not really sure what went down. Huh?
This the same ex-wife they said Future stole, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know how anybody sleep with Future. I'm sorry. That man is not cute to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's not my type. Do
you have a different opinion?
Yeah.
I'm a 1 to 10.
I'm done.
Future is like I'll say a solid 5. Maybe.
I don't know. That's not my
I'd say a 7.5.
He's not my type.
On the Richter scale, I say he a 5.
I don't think I like rappers. Oh, I lied. Wale. That's my baby. I know.
I mean, Wale not ugly.
But Wale's my baby. All right. Yeah. But okay, so any other thoughts about Kanye and what he was tweeting and how you guys feel about his bipolar disorder? I just feel like
praying for Kanye. We'll get into. I feel like we should get into mental illness as a full episode.
Yes,
because I feel like that's very important.
That needs to be touched because as African Americans, we tend
you got an explanation.
Word. We tend to talk about this. No, I think it's so serious because like it's always swept underneath the rug. That's what they expect us to do, and then when we hurt and we're upset about being hurt, now we're angry. You know what I mean? It's just like, well, you've been punching me in the face the whole time. I don't think that's okay. So I just think that's a huge subject that we got to talk about. Race is something we got to talk about. We have a lot we got to talk about. But yeah.
It's an ongoing conversation.
Forever. Fenty. Let's get into makeup, you guys.
Just know I will be copping mine.
Fenty, our girl Rihanna, she's releasing new products instead of new music.
Listen, I am so, when I saw that the little promo and I saw ASAP Rocky.
Oh.
He's untouched. I'm sorry. I said what I said. He's untouched.
I almost teared up.
I haven't
Jordan,
honestly.
Ugly. You
I've done research on everything, but
you.
So don't be mad.
You don't like ASAP Rocky, do you? I thought you told me he was ugly. You said he was ugly and he can't dress.
Yeah, that's how I know you just talking out the side of your date.
I'm crying.
You just talking.
I'm happy for Rihanna. I want her to keep doing what she's doing. People talking about, why is Rihanna not pregnant? Why is Rihanna is out here living her best life.
I was about to say,
making money, saving the world.
I swear she got enough godchildren and nieces and nephews.
She's gonna be a billionaire by the end of this year.
If she's not already.
Probably. Right.
She probably just keeping it in the bank. Keeping it under her bed.
After this skincare, that's what's gonna set it off.
That's how I'm trying to be speaking into existence.
Set it off.
But yeah, this Fenty will be copping. I got a pimple that's waiting for it right there.
Honestly, though.
Waiting right there.
Right. Mine's up and through there.
For Miss Fenty to come through. But yes, I'm so proud of my godmother, Miss Riri. So proud of her.
Yeah. So I mean Zari killing it with the makeup. Everybody loved it with the makeup. I mean, Jordan said he wanted an album. I wouldn't be mad at an album, honestly. Love your music. But take your time. Do what it is that you want.
Her old albums be on repeat and don't care.
Right. They still bops to this day.
Rain and Men, Fire and Nicki. Baby, when I'm working out, that's my workout song. In me, Minnie, Money, Mo, Catch Up. That's my song.
If he is looking at it, I bet you he's going to look for it now.
Wow, you don't already know?
Yeah, I'm just adding it to a playlist.
I'm crying. Speaking of music, let's talk about music from the summer that's out. Y'all, I'm loving Chloe and Halle. August is about to drop something. Janae just dropped something. Oh my gosh.
August is about to drop an album?
Oh, yeah.
He already dropped the album.
Yeah, he already dropped it. Summer Walker dropped something this past summer. I mean, they've been killing it. It's been a good summer of music. I will say that. Maybe not a good summer of COVID, but good summer of music.
Yeah. So right now, what would you have on repeat?
Oh, I have on repeat Busy Boy.
Chloe and Halle.
Yes, you already know.
And that's the song about Diggy, ain't it?
Yeah, that's what I heard. It's supposed to be about
Allegedly. Christina, you didn't know?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. What about
disrespectful?
What about
disrespectful?
Daniel Simmons? Is that what we're talking about?
There's a song that's supposed to be about him from Chloe.
Oh, that Busy Boy song.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't surprise me. The one that has that just reminded me of Trevor Jackson.
Good looking young man.
Moment of peace, moment of silence. But the song that I have on repeat right now is I Wonder What She Thinks of Me by Chloe and Halle. I love that.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder what she thinks of me when you're coming home. I know that she smells my perfume under your clothes.
Tiana Taylor released the album. How did y'all like her album?
I love Tiana Taylor album. It's very different. You didn't know?
When did Tiana Taylor drop an album?
She did. Like, it's in a couple weeks now. She dropped an album when she released Made It. Isn't that the song, her single?
Bear With Me and Made It.
Bear With Me and Made It. Yeah, Bear With Me. Now that's a bop. Mm-hmm. A bop, for people who don't understand, is like, it's a hit. It's a good song.
I would say right now what song I have on repeat.
Ladies and gentlemen. I hate to break up this little. You stop looking at me like that. We are nearing the end of our episode, unfortunately.
I can't even say what I had on repeat. Let me just slide it in real quick. Can I at least say that?
Slide it in, honey buns. You listen to the
I'm gonna just slide
ice
it
cream
in.
truck song.
Anywho,
Okay, I was about to say.
Song I got on repeat right now is Diana featuring King Combs with Pop Smoke.
Oh, he dropped the album too. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, Kristen, I meant to send you that.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and send it your way.
Say less.
Oh my gosh. Y'all are
both of y'all.
But before we go, we have to do 2 RIPs real quick to 2 people that we have to acknowledge in the African American community. First is Naya Rivera. God bless your soul and everything that you do and have done. Definitely rest in peace. How do you guys feel about her passing? That was a hard hit.
I mean, that one was definitely rough. I mean, Naya Rivera, I've been watching her ever since she was on Smart Guy. You know,
and you know, I never knew that was her.
Yeah. So, yeah, I feel bad for Taj Mowry because I know Taj Mowry was going through it like super hard. And I just pray for her son, you know, everyone close to her. I'm glad that they're, you know, making sure that her son is taken care of and everything like that. So, yeah, I hope she went to heaven. R.I.P.
Most definitely, same. And the last but not least, someone who's done so much for our community, John Lewis. Congressman John Lewis, he has been a part of SNCC. He has done so much. I know personally, I have, like, he starstruck me. I don't get starstruck a lot. There's very few people I get starstruck for, but he was one of the people that starstruck me, especially because I had to do a project on him one time. But that's besides the point. I had to work for the university that I used to go to, and he walked up to me and someone that I was working with, and he was like, "Thank you for all the work that you do." And I couldn't take a picture at the time because I was working, but it just meant a lot to me for him saying that, because it's like, you're one of the reasons why I'm standing here today. Like, it was just eye-opening. He's done so much for our community.
Wait a minute.
And all of this, like, he was just such a sweet person, and I really do appreciate him. So that's why I was like rambling about that. But John Lewis, like, I mean, he went to jail for us and all that. So I love it. All right. But that is it. So thank you guys for watching and tuning in for this long segment of Culture Check-In. I am Raquel Mornings.
And I'm Jay Anthony.
Danielle. And this is Mood 24/7.
See you guys next week.